Isa pong magandang umaga sa inyo lahat. Pilipinas, nagbabalik po ngayong araw ng Sabado, ika-siyam ng Mayo, pang-56 na po ng araw natin sa ilalim ng Enhanced Community Quarantine. At kami po ay nagbabalik sa Power and Play. Hatid sa inyo ng Big Boss Cement, Big Boss sa Tibay, and of course, Cherylum, ang yerong may aluminum. Magandang umaga po sa lahat na nakikinig sa atin sa lahat po ng dako ng Pilipinas na ngayon ay naka-lockdown at wala pa rin magawa. Siya nga pala, balita po natin ngayong araw pong ito ay magkakaroon tayo ng napakainit na araw. Simula pa lamang po nitong Sabado ng umaga ay talaga namang nararamdaman na ang tindi ng araw at ng tag-init. So sana po ay manatili tayo sa ating mga tahanan, hindi lamang dahil sa lockdown, kung hindi dahil din po sa tindi ng araw na mangyayari ngayon, sa tindi ng init. Ang balita natin, 44 degrees ang heat index, so about 111 degrees Fahrenheit. So tayo po'y magtago sa inyong mga bahay, kung pwede kayong may ventilador o kaya kung kaya ng aircon o di kaya mag-hydrate tuloy-tuloy po ngayong araw pong ito. Nais po natin batiin lahat po ng mga nakikinig sa atin sa Radyo 5 92.3 News FM. Naimbag bigat sa ating po mga nakikinig dyan po sa Baguio City. At of course, mayong buntag sa Cebu and of course sa Cagayan de Oro. Magandang umaga din po sa lahat na nakikinig sa atin sa lalawigan ng Laguna na patuloy na naka-ECQ, lalong-lalo na ang mga kasama po namin dyan sa SPC Medical Center. Nais ko din pong batiin lahat po ng mga maagang nag-text na at nakikinig sa atin. Ang aking pong bayaw at ng kanyang pamilya, si Peter Cruz, si Sari, and of course ang kanilang anak na si Lance, at ang aking kapatid na si Shelly. Magandang umaga sa inyo. Ang aga ninyong gumising. Belated happy birthday din sa ating mga kaibigan, si Algin Del Rosario at si Sunny Salvacion and Elmer La Peña. Magandang umaga sa inyo. Salamat sa pakikinig and a belated happy birthday. Again, mga kaibigan, marami po tayong tatalakayin ngayong araw pong ito sa panahon ng patuloy na walang sports, wala pong nagaganap na mga palakasan sa ating kapaligiran. Naku, talaga namang uli na ang mga fans, and everyone is looking for news kung kailan ba talaga pwede magsimula. Of course, we know the impact that the pandemic has had in the world of sports. At halos po ng ating napapanood ngayon sa telebisyon, sa cable, at nababasa sa social media ay puro po mga remake. Yun na lang ating pwedeng pagtsagaan. Of course, there are a few tidbits about sports at ating pag-uusapan maya-maya ang mga kaganapan at ang mga balita sa mga paborito nyong liga. Makakasama din po natin ang inyong mga paboritong mga sports personalities. Mamaya po makakasama natin in our second hour ang pamilya na sikat pagdating sa sports. Ang mga RAVENA. Kasama po dyan si Coach Bong RAVENA ng Talk and Text, ang kanyang may bahay, at a very celebrated sportscaster, si Mozzy RAVENA. And of course, ang kanilang mga anak na inyo pong kilalang-kilala. Si Kiefer, si Thirdy, at si Dani. Lahat po mga atleta, lahat po ay patuloy ding naghahanap ng mga laro. Makakausap po natin sila mamaya. Malalaman natin ano bang ginagawa ng mga RAVENA during this time of the ECQ. Makakasama din po natin mamaya si ASI TAULAVA na nabanggit na nga po ay magre-retiro na at the end of this PBA season. Kung matutuloy itong PBA season. So there has been a little bit of a reprieve para kay ASI, and we will be talking to him also a little bit later. And of course, ang isa pa natin pong kakausapin at magiging panauhin, ang dating coach ng Gilas, Pilipinas. Walang iba kundi si Coach CHOT REYES. And he will be sharing with us ang kanyang mga kuro-kuro, ang kanyang mga opinion tungkol sa mga nangyayari ngayon sa mundo ng palakasan. At the same time, yung kanyang mga alaala ng kanyang storied career. Coach CHOT REYES, mamaya po. Of course, we will also have some NBA updates from our NBA beat reporter live from Chicago, si Homer Saison. And mamaya po makakasama din natin, hopefully, ay si UAAP Executive Director na si Rebo Sagisag. But right now, pasok ko lang po ang ating pulso ng bayan, ang gusto natin pong pulsuhan, dahil wala nga po nangyayari sa sports, although may mga iniisip tayo, mga patakaran na pwedeng gawin, ang isa pong minumungkahi ngayon ay paglalaro ng mga liga na sarado po, na wala pong nanonood na mga fans, walang spectators. Yan po ay isang minumungkahi sa NBA. Yan po ay pinag-iisipan na dito sa ating bayan kung po pwede po yan. Of course, yan po ay marami pang dapat mangyari. Yung mga testing, yung mga kailangang social distancing, mga protocols on hygiene. But still, one of the biggest issues is, pwede ba o kayo ba isang ayon na ibalik ang sports pero lalaruin po behind closed doors? Wala pong fans, wala pong spectators. Pulsuhan po natin yan. Sang-ayon ba kayo na ibalik ang sports leagues pero closed doors? Kung gusto niyo pong makasama sa aming talakayan, well, mag-text lamang po sa aming hotline 0949-691-4956. 0949-691-4956 o di kaya mag-post sa aming Facebook page, Power and Play with Nolly Iyala, or sa Radyo 5 92.3 News FM. Alright? Mamaya babasahin po natin ang inyong mga komentaryo. In the meantime, mga kaibigan, well, we have ang isa pong tinamaan ng matindi nito pong pandemic ay ang mga fitness gyms, mga fitness centers. Dahil hanggang sa GCQ po ay hindi papayagang magbukas ang mga fitness centers. Sa tayo po'y mapalad na ngayong umaga, sasamahan po tayo ng Fitness and Athletics Director ng Gold's Gym Philippines. Walang iba kundi si Gerald Tenorio. Magandang umaga, Gerald.
Yes, good morning, Sir Nolly, at saka sa mga nanonood dyan sa Power and Play.
Maraming salamat for getting up early. Well, alam naman natin, mga fitness directors, kailangan maaga talaga nagigising yan.
Well, kasi actually kakatapos na mag-workout. Kita mo, napakasipag talaga ng mga tiga Gold's Gym. Gerald, let me go straight to the point. No? Alam natin, ang isa sa pinakamalaking tinamaan itong COVID-19, lalong-lalo na mga guidelines ng pamahalaan ng IATF, ay ang mga fitness centers. As a matter of fact, even under possible general community quarantine, ay hindi papayagan ng mga fitness centers na magbukas. Unang-una, let me just ask you, ilan bang branches ng Gold's Gym sa buong bansa at ilang miyembro ninyo ang apektado? Ako, kung sa apektado, marami apektado. And with the number of branches, meron tayong 26 branches at meron ding kasamang mga corporate-owned na minamanage din namin.
Ninyo. Alright. In terms of gym trainers, ilan ang tinamaan at nitong pagsasara ng mga fitness centers? Ilang gym trainers or staff ninyo ang ngayon ay walang trabaho?
Madami-dami. Mga nasa 600 to.
Naku, ang dami din pala. All throughout your 26 branches.
Yes.
Okay, and well, I don't know if it is in your position, pero I'm sure malaki-laki na ring revenue ang nawawala sa Gold's Gym. Are you still collecting membership dues at this time?
As of now, tigil po yung mga kasi, well, understandable, hindi naman magagamit ng mga membership yung gym facility. So, we've extended and as of now, yun nga, nag-a-adjust kami talaga na at least makasabay doon sa nila.
Alright. Dahil dyan, obviously, ang mga gym trainer natin ay hindi nakakapag-trabaho. How is Gold's Gym supporting them? Sila ba ay kahit papaano nakakakuha ng tinatawag na gig o racket man lang from Gold's Gym?
Okay, yeah. Like what we have now is yung kahit papaano yung online teaching, doon tayo nagtatry. But actually good thing since early as last year, nag-start na rin kami mag-experiment dito. So kahit papaano medyo sanay na. Or kumbaga hindi na bigla dito sa na to. Tapos, yun nga, kahit papaano, yan yung nagagamit nating platform ngayon, yung online teaching and counselings.
Well,
In
alam na...
fact, if I may add, like,
Go ahead.
dun sa mga corporate-owned gyms na minamanage namin, yung, if I may cite an example, like si J&J, dahil work from home sila, so continuously nag-feed kami ng classes na live. And even dun sa Gold's Gym page namin, sa Gold's Gym Anywhere, you can join there para makakita ka rin ng mga workouts and of course yung mga live classes na para maano pa rin yung mga trainers natin.
Maganda yung mga ginagawa ninyo because ngayon talaga nagkaroon ng uptick in terms of digital fitness streaming, no? Marami tayong nakikitang ganyan. Of course, karamihan sa hindi miyembro ninyo, syempre naninibago pero obviously kailangan ng tao. And when you talk about this emergency adjustments na ginagawa ng Gold's Gym, paano ba makakasali ang mga tao diyan? Is this free? Saan ba sila dapat pumunta para makita nila itong mga sinasabi niyong mga live streaming ng fitness sessions?
Yes po, sa Gold's Gym page namin, Gold's Gym Philippines. Tapos dun sa Gold's Gym Anywhere. You can look for Gold's Gym Anywhere para join and of course you can invite, especially yung sa mga members namin, ini-invite namin sila talaga para makasali. And of course, isa din talaga yung engagement, mahalaga. So there are yung mga trainers namin na constantly talagang tumututok doon sa mga clients nila na tinatrain personally. So,
kamusta naman ang acceptance ng public, Gerald, nito mga live streaming ninyo?
Well, so far it's good naman. Okay naman. Pero yun nga, kasi siguro bago sa iba. Pero itong huli, maganda yung feedback naman kasi ang dami na rin yung nakaka-join.
Alright, moving forward, sabi ko nga kanina, hanggang GCQ hindi kayo papayagan. How do you see fitness centers pagkatapos nitong lockdown, nitong quarantine? And are you doing anything para, well, hopefully, mabigyan kayo ng pagkakataong magbukas muli?
Well, of course, isa sa namin yan, pinag-uusapan namin yan sa upper management. In fact, since si Gold's Gym US, may mga binigay din sa amin na guidelines, lalo na kung halimbawa mag-open na or kasi we have 3 phases, diba? Like ngayon, sarado sila. So, more into membership engagement or member engagement. Tapos, pre-opening, yan nga. Siguro, ready na magpe-prepare kami for disinfecting pa rin. And of course, yung pinakamahalaga yung sa opening phase. Kasi ito din parang new normal na mangyayari.
Right.
So, una-una, magiging iba na talaga kasi yung social distancing, kailangan ma-observe pa rin namin, lalo na sa mga group classes. Tapos dun sa paggamit ng equipment, siguro mas magiging talaga kami, like sa mga staff namin na to continuously monitor everything, lalo na after every use, kailangan ma-sanitize yung gamit. Of course, we wanted everyone to ma-check din bago pumasok, ma-sanitize everyone bago pumasok. And of course, pag alalagay pa rin, yung naka-mask pa rin tayo. So, isa yun sa mga possible talaga na...
Well, alam natin kung yung sa mga nag-i-ensayo, nag-i-exercise, alam natin kung gaano kahirap yung naka-mask habang nag-workout.
Yes, no? Yes.
Obviously, sabi mo nga, because of the new normal, kailangan natin gawin itong mga bagay na to. Now, as a final and a parting question, Gerald, I know this is taking a toll sa lahat ng mga fitness centers, Gold's Gym not excluded. Do you think, alam natin kung gaano kahalaga ang exercise sa ating buhay ngayon, we have to improve our immunity. Do you think tama ang patakaran ng pamahalaan na wag pasimulan o bigyan ng pagkakataon magbukas sa mga fitness centers even under the general community quarantine?
Well, first thing, of course, we really have to realize the importance of exercise. No? So, alam naman natin na if you would check, mostly yung mga affected is yung mga unfit persons. Mas mabilis silang natatamaan itong COVID, lalo na yung mga obese, yung mga may predisposing problems like yung mga may diabetes and hypertension. So, ganun kahalaga talaga itong exercise. Now, on our part, of course, we wanted to, parang abide with what is being, gawa ngayon ng government natin. But
Right.
on our part, lalo na kung yung susundin mo, yung nakita namin sa US na we did some modifications and things na kailangan ding magawa for us to make it sure na safe lahat. And of course, yun nga, ang kailangan talaga is kahit pa paano makapag-exercise pa rin talaga para talagang, kumbaga, makatulong, mabago yung natin, resistance. So, talaga, maganda sanang mabuksan. Pero of course, on our part, we will do our part naman to of course abide and yung make it sure na lahat ng mga makakapag-workout is kahit pa paano
Ligtas.
safe pa rin. Oo, yun pa rin naman.
Tama. Well, we certainly wish na lagi ang kaligtasan ng ating mga mamamayan, ng ating mga kababayan. But of course, we understand kung gaano kahalaga ang role na binibigay ng mga fitness centers. So, sana maging balanse. Sana kahit papaano mabigyan kayo ng pagkakataon na muling magbukas. Pero of course, laging nasa kaisipan ang kaligtasan ng ating mga gumagamit ng fitness centers. Gerald, maraming salamat sa iyong oras and good luck. I hope that magkita-kita tayo ulit sa mga Gold's Gym.
Yes, sir. Thank you po. And hope to see you soon.
Maraming salamat. Yan po mga kaibigan, si Gerald Tenorio, ang Fitness and Athletics Director ng Gold's Gym Philippines. Grabe talaga ang naging pagtama. Oh, by the way, sa ating mga kaibigan sa Radyo 5 and of course Signal TV, kami po ay magbe-break pero sa Facebook Live tuloy-tuloy po tayo sa ating programa ngayong umaga. We're still trying to get some of the people na ating po kakausapin ngayong umagang ito. Of course, mga kaibigan, alam natin na hindi po sikreto na malaki ang dagok sa sports ng COVID-19 pandemic. Pero kung meron po tayong tatanungin, katulad ng governor ng Colombian Jeep na si Bobby Rosales, ay naku, talaga pong mas matindi ang magiging epekto sa mga maliliit na teams ang mahabang break ng PBA. Yan po ang sinabi ni Colombian Jeep Governor Bobby Rosales na siya ring Vice Chairman ng PBA Board of Governors. Kakayanin ng mga PBA teams kung 8 buwan hanggang siguro daw 1 taon mawawala ang liga. Pero kung mas mahaba pa dyan ang break, takot na si Rosales baka raw mag-collapse ang ibang teams. Hindi po madali mag-maintain. Lalong-lalo na dahil ang mga koponan po natin ay patuloy na nagbabayad sa kanilang mga personnel, sa kanilang mga players, sa kanilang mga staff, at of course tuloy-tuloy po ang gastusin dyan. And it's no joke for these PBA teams na wala naman pong actually kinikita dyan sa actual na paglalaro, except for the share in some of the gate receipts and TV revenues, no, including some marketing revenue. Kahit kasi sabi ni Mr. Rosales, kahit kasi nasa mas pinalawag na general community quarantine, hindi pa rin daw kasali ang sports activity sa mga pinapayagan ng pamahalaan. Matatandang na naputol ang 2020 PBA season matapos lang ang 1 araw dahil sa pagdedeklara ng pamahalaan ng ECQ sa Metro Manila bilang pagtugon sa COVID-19. And talaga pong tuloy-tuloy ang paghahanap ng PBA ng paraan para po magbukas. Atin pong tatalakayin yan. In fact, I think ang PBA will be having a governor's meeting or a board meeting very soon para po talakayin ang muling pagbubukas ng PBA. Sa Amerika po, sa US, yan din po ang pinag-aaralan ngayon ng NBA. In fact, naglabas na ang NBA ng ilang panuntunan para sa mga NBA teams. Yung mga pwedeng payagan na magkaroon na kaagad ng testing ay maaaring payagan na magkaroon na po ng voluntary workouts sa kasalukuyan. So talaga pong dinadahan-dahan ng mga liga ang pagbabalik ng kanilang mga manlalaro sa sports. Of course, ibang bansa, ang Taiwan po ay meron ng mga naglalaro na mga liga, although wala pa ring tao. Kaya po ang ating tanong talaga sa inyo at ating pong ulitin, dapat ba or sang-ayon ba kayo na magkaroon ng liga kahit po lalaruin behind closed doors? Alright mga kaibigan, nakikita po natin ang ilang komentaryo. Mamaya babasahin pa natin ulit yan. In the meantime, sa ating Bantay Kai segment, kung saan sinusubaybayan natin ang ating promising basketball prospect na si Kai Soto, well, ang latest, kinilala na naman si Kai Soto sa Amerika. Isa si Soto sa mga napiling top 25 basketball players ngayong taon ng Ball is Life, isang American sports brand. Sa listahan na ito, kasama ni Kai ang ibang high school standout sa Amerika kagaya ng Phil-Am na si Jalen Green. Talaga namang patuloy ang pag-angat, ang paglawig ng career ni Kai Soto sa US. And we're very happy for this young man. Of course, alam po natin kung ano po ang magiging kinabukasan ni Kai. He has a lot ahead of him. As big and as tall as he is, ang skills ni Kai ay very, very polished for a man or for a player of his size. At tayo po ay umaasa na balang araw ay makikita natin at matutunghayan natin ang galing at paglalaro ni Kai Soto dito sa ating bayan. Tuloy-tuloy po tayo sa ating pagbabasa. Unahin natin ito si Mark Daves Suba. Okay lang yung kahit walang nanonood ng live sa venue. Ang trend ngayon, watching online. Basta may sports, pwede na yon. Well, talaga namang pagtsatsagaan mo. Kung ang nakikita mo, puro replay, mahirap talaga. Mula kay Jose Lumbres, sa ngayon ko, I think closed doors would be better than not seeing any sports action on TV. Anyway, temporary lang naman. When the vaccine comes, we can enjoy watching live again at the venue. Gustong-gusto ko yung positivity ni Jose Lumbres. Talaga namang nakakatuwa. Marami pa pong nagpadala sa atin sa Twitter ng kanila mga komentaryo, even as early as yesterday, nung ating pong pinulsuhan ito sa aking Twitter account. By the way, if you wanna follow me on Twitter, it's Noli Iyala. Ganun po kasimple. Ganun din po sa IG, Noli Iyala. Pinulsuhan po natin ito sa Twitter kahapon at nagtanong po tayo kung papayagan, pabor ba kayo na muling simula ng mga liga or are you in favor of restarting sports leagues without spectators in the stands? Alam niyo po, lumabas sa very informal survey natin, 66% sabi oo. Yes, better than nothing. 29% lamang ang nagsabi ng no, I would rather wait. At 5% nagsabing, I don't care. At kung ating babasahin yung ibang mga komentaryo nila, marami sa kanila nagsasabi, kagaya sinabi ni J. Boy, ang kanyang Twitter handle, maybe media and immediate family only allowed with distancing and mask. Yun ang sinabi niya. No? Sinabi rin ni Hagiri Kaname, ito, sabi ni Hagiri Kaname, tungkol pala to kay Coach CHOT, may mga katanungan na siya, mamaya ating babasahin yan. Binanggit din ni Market, with the level competition be the same, athletes play harder if there are live audiences watching. So parang sa kanya naman, mas gusto niya na may mga taong nanonood. Mula naman kay Jeff Plazo, absolutely 100% in favor. Not palakasin ang traditional media. Why not palakasin palalo ang other live streaming platforms, Facebook, YouTube? If they want to experience some sort of crowd presence, why not we take a clue sa Taiwan? Even though nakakatawa siya sa first, at least they do something rather than nothing at all. So may mga sinasabi pa niya mga techniques na dapat gawin. Maraming salamat po sa lahat ng mga nagpadala ng kanilang komentaryo very early on sa ating programa, mga kaibigan. And patuloy po niyong pulsuhan ang ating tanong, sang-ayon ba kayo na ibalik ang pro sports leagues pero behind closed doors? Again, ulitin ko po ang ating mga numbers na pwede niyong gamitin. It's 0949-691-4956 o di kaya mag-post sa aming Facebook page, Power and Play with Noli Iyala, or sa Radyo 5 92.3 News FM. Alright. We'll take a quick gap. Sa aming pagbabalik, makakasama natin ang ating paboritong dating coach ng Gilas, Pilipinas. Walang iba kundi si Coach CHOT REYES. Magbabalik po ang Power and Play, hatid sa inyo ng Big Boss Cement, Big Boss sa tibay. Muli po nagbabalik ang inyong Power and Play ngayong Sabado ng umaga. 56th day or 56th day ng ECQ. At kami po ay muling bumabati sa lahat po ng mga nakikinig sa atin sa Channel 1, sa 1PH on Signal TV, and of course, lahat po na nakikinig sa atin sa Facebook Live. Lalong-lalo na po si Kevin Torres Ventura. I'm watching from Dubai. Good morning, magandang umaga sa iyo. Kay Jocelyn Dolon, watching from Sitio Santo Niño West, Kupang, Alabang, Muntinlupa. Magandang umaga po sa inyo lahat dyan. Mula kay Mark Glenn Lorena. Meron siya mga komentaryo tungkol sa ABS-CBN. Magandang umaga po mula kay Ramil Salceda from Tokyo, Japan. God bless, sabi niya, no? Good morning also kay Brandon DV, kay Rose Miguel. Magandang umaga sa inyo. And of course, kay Ver Layawen, magandang umaga po sa inyo. Binabati ko rin po ng isang belated happy birthday si Department of Foreign Affairs Undersecretary Brigido Dodo Dulay. Isa kong pong kaibigan yan mula pa nung kami nasa elementarya. Si Yusek Dodo Dulay ng DFA na nagsapit po ng kanyang birthday noong isang linggo. Na ito po si Dodo ay very, very active, very, very busy at napaka matalungin po sa lahat ng mga nagtatanong sa kanya dahil siya po ay very active member ng IATF ng ating pamahalaan na bumabalangkas ng mga guidelines para sa ating nararanasang coronavirus at the moment. Belated happy birthday, Yusek Dodo. Oh, by the way, isa rin pong pagbati sa aking kaibigan. Yan naman sa college, po sa Ateneo, walang iba kundi si Kokoy Perez. Happy birthday, Kokoy. He's celebrating his birthday today. At binabati rin po natin si Rufa de Pulco Coderes ng Kapalonga, Camarines Norte. Magandang umaga sa iyo, and thank you for watching Power and Play. Hello also to Nico Yevyenko, by the way, Nico and Romel Yevyenko. Magandang umaga sa inyo dyan sa Eastwood, sa Quezon City. At isa pong pakikiramay mula sa akin, sa isa ko pong kaibigan din, kaklase sa kolehiyo, si Mickey Paterno sa pagkawala po ng kanyang may bahay na si Jean. Condolences sa ating kaibigang si Mickey Paterno sa iyong pagkawala ng may bahay mo. Alright mga kaibigan, tuloy-tuloy po ang ating talakayan. Again, makikita po natin ang iba nating mga kababayan ay nag-aantabay at the moment sa mga kaganapan na mangyayari sa ECQ. Alam niyo po, pag ating tinitingnan kung ano mga nangyayari sa ating kapaligiran, hindi natin masasabing very stable. Although ang dami ng tao na nasa labas. Again, sana po tayo maging cooperative sa ating mga otoridad sa kanilang stay-at-home orders. Dahil talaga naman pong kailangan nating bawasan ang pagkakataong lalo pa pong lumaganap itong coronavirus. Marami po ang taong nakikita natin na siguro po yung iba naman doon ay wala namang business to be out. And if it's not necessary, talaga pong mahirap. We need to be patient. Sa tagal na po natin nasa ilalim nitong ECQ, ayaw na po natin dagdagan pa kung po pwede. Pero kung kailangan naman po, dapat po tayong sumunod. Dahil lalo po tayong mapapasama kung mapapahaba pa itong papalawig ng ECQ. Lalong-lalo na po sa mundo ng palakasan. We talked to Chairman Butch Ramirez last week, and hopefully yung kanyang mga panukala na bigyan ng pagkakataon na makapaglaro ng ibang sports. Lalong-lalo na po yung non-contact, yung solo sports, at yung nalalaro outdoors. Well, yan po ang panukala ni Chairman Butch Ramirez. Maybe in a few shows after, we will try to follow this up kung ano na po nangyari at kung meron na pong hakbang na gagawin ng pamahalaan. Hindi po natin minamadali ang sports. Marami po kasi nagsasabi na Bakit? Hindi naman importante yan, hindi naman essential yan. At hindi po tayo nagmamadali. Alam natin na mas marami pang bagay na mas mahalaga. Pero of course, mga kaibigan, ang mundo ng sports ay para din sa ating mga kababayan. Marami po sa ating mga kababayan ang umaasa sa konting diversyon, konting entertainment. And of course, we know how big sports is into nation building. Yan po ay nasa ating saligang batas. And we certainly hope that government can also help us in the sports industry. So again, yung po mga panukala ni Chairman Butch Ramirez ng PSC ay ating pong aantabayanan at kung ito po ay actionan ng IATF. Alright, meron pa po tayo mga ibang komentaryo na nakita nyo sa inyong screen. Sabi ni Mr. Bote ng Plaridel, Bulacan, wag na po, stay home muna, tiis lang muna. So ayaw niya yung, yung paglalaro na walang nanonood ng mga tao sa loob ng arena. Alam nyo, pag kinakausap ninyo ang mga manlalaro, talagang yun ang gusto nila, yung maraming nanonood. Kasi iba rin naman po yung marami ang nakakapanood sa'yo, nakakagana, nakakapagbigay ng energy sa inyo, sa inyong paglalaro. And of course, the excitement is there. But kung kakailanganin, na makapaglaro tayo ng walang tao, bakit naman hindi rin? Ano? Sabi ni Rolando Esmenda ng Quezon City, basta mask at social distancing, go na! Back to PBA na! Ayan, tamo. Talaga po maraming namimiss yan eh. At this time, siguro ang PBA nasa halos kalagitnaan ng elimination round dapat, no? Si Celestino Meneses ng Davao del Norte, okay ako, ibalik ang sports para may libangan kami habang nasa quarantine. Tama yan. Kasi ngayon po, kagaya na nabanggit ko kanina, ang ating pinapanood na lamang ay puro mga mga replay. Oh, by the way, yung mga hindi pa po nakakapanood, napakaganda nung yung Netflix na feature na The Last Dance. Marami po tayo laging napupulot dyan ng mga alaala and of course mga aral doon po sa Netflix na The Last Dance. And yan po ay tungkol doon sa glorious years ng Chicago Bulls sa ilalim ni Michael Jordan. Of course, alam natin that kung gaano kaganda yung era na yon, yung panahon ni Michael Jordan. Mula kay Flores or kay Edgar Flores Jr., good morning, watching from Caracal City, Cebu. Nakakamiss na manood ng sporting events, lalo na ng NBA. Sana hindi ma-cancel ang season. Naku, talagang mahirap sabihin mga kaibigan dahil ang NBA po meron pa ngang ginagawang plano ngayon. Last week na nabanggit ko ng bahagya ito. Ito po yung tinatawag nilang bubble concept. Yung pong bubble concept mga kaibigan, well, alam niyo po yun, ang gusto ng NBA parang ilagay lahat ng mga manlalaro sa isang lugar lamang. Yung ika nga ay parang papaligiran mo ng mga protocols, ng mga measures para hindi sila ika nga tamaan ng sakit na habang sila ay nagpapatuloy ng kanilang paglalaro. Meron tayong mga bagay tungkol diyan na research binigay sa atin ng ang ating kaibigan na sila Gab Malyari, yung ating pong staff sa Power and Play. Naku, patuloy po na nagtatrabaho ng napakasipag. Gusto kong pasalamatan si Gab Malyari at saka si Mike Santillan, yung ating pong mga tao na patuloy na nagsisimika para mabigyan kayo ng programa dito po sa Power and Play. Pinag-uusapan po natin yung bubble concept. Ang sinasabi po ng NBA dyan, ang importante daw ay kung gagawin nila ito po yung kanilang plano na ilagay lamang sa isang lugar ang mga players at mga koponan, pati ang mga league officials at ang media para po masimulan nila muli ang NBA season. Again, wala pong mga tao dito and they will just try to restart their season, tapusin ang kanilang season at papunta na sila sa playoffs. Pero sabi nila, napakaraming dapat mangyari. Unang-una, dapat magkaroon ng testing. It will be a must. Sabi nila, dapat ang testing mabilis, simple, at maaasahan. Fast, simple, and reliable. Para po hindi daw naman sila mapulaan mahalaga din na marami na po ang testing sa Estados Unidos. Hindi po lamang ang NBA. Kaya po, ang gusto nila, pag ginawa nila itong bubble concept, dapat tuloy-tuloy na rin ang testing sa buong bansa. Ang sinasabi ng NBA, they expect at least 15,000 tests. Wala pa po doon yung mga asymptomatic. 15,000 test para lamang sa kanilang liga. At gaano kadalas? Well, sabi ni Dr. Fauci, yung pong eksperto dyan sa US, dapat daw yung pag-test ng isang grupo kung gustong magsimula, weekly. Dahil siyempre, nagbabago ang inyong kondisyon. So, weekly tests at closely monitored. Ang ibang eksperto nagsasabi nga dapat daw daily pa. So, gaano katagal itong bubble concept na minumungkahi ng NBA? Well, ang sinasabi po ng NBA sa kanilang panukala, dapat daw para matapos ang kanilang liga, dahil meron pa silang kabuuang 259 games at 4 na rounds ng playoffs. 259 regular season games pa ang dapat nilang laruin. And 4 rounds of playoffs. Katumbas ng 3 buwan pa sana sila nung nagtumigil sila nung Marso. Pero dahil nasa ibang kalagayan po tayo, they believe that yung bubble concept with 2 courts in one venue, 8 games per day, at 4 na round ng playoffs, kaya nilang gawin in 55 days. Halos 2 buwan po. So matatapyasan nila ng 1 buwan na mahigit. 55 days. Babawasan ng personnel at dadamihan ang temperature check, magkakaroon ng isolation from their friends. It is a huge undertaking para sa NBA at maraming pera ang gugugulin. Pero alam po natin na at least sila po ay nagsusubok para po mabigyan muli ng laro ang ating mga kababayan. So, ang kanilang mga nanonood ng NBA at mga parokyano ng NBA. Something that maybe our sports leagues can look forward to or study. At tingnan natin, alam natin napakahirap niyan. But it is, again, a concept that is in the works. Alright, mga kaibigan. Right now, mukhang pwede na makasama natin. Alam natin po na itong ating susunod na mga magiging panauhin is one of the top sports celebrities for many, many years, ever since he started coaching. And of course, siya po ay naging involved in so many aspects of sports at marami pong nakikinig pag siya ay nagsasalita. Ang ating po mga kasama ngayon sa yugto ng ating programa, walang iba kundi ang dating head coach ng Gilas, Pilipinas, ang aking kaibigan si Coach CHOT REYES. Magandang umaga, Coach CHOT!
Good morning, Nolly. Kumusta? Good morning to all your viewers now. Hindi lang listeners, pati viewers.
Oo naman, ginawa ninyong posible yan para sa atin. Coach CHOT, alam mo, ito lang just before we start, sinusundan kita sa IG. Alam mo naman yan. At ang nakikita ko sa iyo, panay swimming, panay sprinting, puro pa kondisyon and you look like you're in terrific shape even behind this lockdown. Coach, are you very stable and already adjusted dito sa ating kondisyon?
Yeah, kaya nga magulo yung buhok ko kasi galing akong workout. Tinapos ko muna yung workout ko because if I did this after, masyado nang mainit. Alam mo naman itong panahon natin yan. Yeah, I think medyo pinalad tayo because even before nag-lockdown, I was already working from home. So sanay ako dito. This was not a big adjustment for me dahil alam mo when we retired, a lot of my executive coaching practice, even running my business, I already had a very good home or work from home routine. Kaya sanay na ako. So hindi masyadong malaki. It's still quite a big adjustment pero hindi kagaya nung adjustment na ginawa nung iba. Ngayon yung working out nung dating walang lockdown nagwo-workout ako lalo pa ngayong mas may oras tayo. Yeah. Pero yung kasi alam mo that I give a lot of leadership workshops and seminars, di ba? Especially now at this time. And ang palagi kong pinapaalala sa kanya ng lahat, pinaka-importante sa lahat is our health. It's physical health. Dyan galing lahat eh. Baliwala yung utak mo, baliwala yung talino at galing mo. Kung hindi kondisyon yung katawan mo, di ba? Kung mabilis kang mapagod, inaantok ka, hindi ka makafocus, hindi ka makakoncentrate. So, advocacy ko talaga yung, that's why yung future fit leadership is a big advocacy that yun talaga ang pinopromote ko.
Well, it's clear that's something that you are a mover in that field. And alam mo, isa pa, Chot, na nakikita ko sa iyo is that you're spending obviously a lot more time with the family. Obviously, staying at home, you're able to do things. Ngayon, mas maraming bagay nakasama ang pamilya, obviously. The biggest learning so far, sa sarili mo, under these circumstances that we find ourselves in?
It's really the power of our mind and our thinking. Yung paniwala ko kasi, and it's getting proven here, it's getting reinforced dito sa pangyayaring ito. Lalong magulo yung paligid, kailangan lalong kalmado yung loob eh, 'di ba? So the more chaotic and uncertain things are around you, the more certain you are about the things inside you, and the more calm and the more at peace you should be. So lalo ko nakikita dito, di ba? It's very chaotic. Things are very anxious and uncertain out there. We know to be true, and as strong as you're sure about it, then you can get through a lot of it. So ang ginawa ko, lahat ng mga anak ko, pati may asawa, hindi na nakatira dito, si Ice, si Moses, nag-aaral sa Tony and Guy Academy sa London, lahat sila pinabalik ko. Nandito sila lahat. Kaya one big happy family kami, kaya lang ang gastos. Gastos. Believe it or not, nakakaisang sleeve kami ng Nespresso yata every day. Kasi 3 tasang kape ako. Si Josh, ganun din. Yung isang anak ko, ganun din. But can you imagine? Magastos. But in the end, yung pera, kaya naman natin siguro kitain. Sabi nga ni RSA yan, di ba? Yung pera, kaya naman natin kitain eh. Pero yung time with our family and yung health and yung namin, staying together, I think that's more important. So I think that was the big learning the more uncertain things are, you have to keep around you the things that you are certain of. So for me, that's my family, that's the support of the people around me. So I just wanted to make sure of their health, that they're all safe. Kaya what better way than dito, sabay-sabay kaming naka-isolate or naka-quarantine. So pag may isa sa amin tinaman, lahat kami dito tatamaan. But ganun
well, it's always nice. It's always nice na makasama ang pamilya, and it's an opportunity para sa atin lahat na ma-discover lalo pa ang ating mga kasama. Chot, let me just go quickly sa mga nangyayari ngayon sa kapaligiran, lalong-lalo na sa mundo ng sports. Last week, nakasama ko si Chairman Butch Ramirez. Nakasama ko rin si DOH Undersecretary Rosette Vergere. And, si Chairman Butch was suggesting na may mga dapat na sports na dapat simulan, hindi dapat lahat pigilan o maging under restrictions. Si Yusek Vergere sabi naman, as long as sports can suggest protocols na maaaring ikonsidera ng pamahalaan, maybe we can restart sports again. Sa iyong opinion, should government reconsider itong mga restrictions? Alam natin, even under GCQ, hindi pwede magbukas ang mga sports-related mass gatherings, tournaments, leagues, and games. Do you think na dapat bisitahin muli ito at repasuhin?
Yes, definitely. I think pinag-usapan mo kanina yung mga pinag-iisipan gawin ng NBA and all that. And ang paniwala ko, kailangan talaga umpisahan ulit ang sports. Yung mga pwede, and under very strict protocols and procedures, syempre. Pero yung sports kasi, lalo na sa Pilipinas, basketball in particular, hindi lang sport ang basketball sa atin dito, di ba? It signifies hope, it's life sa karamihan ng Pilipino eh. So may psychological effect sa mga tao pag nakita niya lang, uy, umpisa na ulit yung PBA, uy, naglalaro na ulit ang MPBL or may UAP na. So it's psychological eh. And God knows how much emotional and mental encouragement a lot of our countrymen need today. Ngayon, may magsasabing, sa dami ng problema natin, ba't pa natin iisipin yung basketball? But then ang sagot ko nga doon, dito kasi sa atin sa Pilipinas, hindi lang sport ang basketball talagang. So for me, pag naumpisahan yung sports dito sa Pilipinas, parang simbolo 'yon na nag-uumpisa na ulit tayo. We're getting back to, hopefully to the new normal. We're resuming. So it's bigger than just sports para sa akin.
When you look at a league like the PBA, for instance, CHOT, alam naman natin you were involved there for a very long time as head coach, and of course when you left coaching, you were still with management of certain teams,
Yes.
and of course you were part of the national team. When you look at the PBA, is this ngayon nakatenga sila, no? Nagsara sila dahil wala hindi nga pwedeng maglaro. Is this a good chance na pag-aralan ng PBA ang kanilang sariling format at ang kanilang kalendaryo? Lalo-lalo na ngayon na it's a possibility na muling bumalik dun sa pagsisimula sa Oktubre. Rather than keep on moving their calendar dahil sa dikta ng FIBA schedule, do you think this is a chance for the PBA to do this?
Definitely, I think so. Sabi nga nila, in organizations na yun, sa malalaking kumpanya, ginawa nitong pandemic in 2 months what IT or the bright minds couldn't do in 2 years, which is digital transformation. So baka ngayon nga, this might be the same situation with the PBA and basketball. Maybe this is a time to really take a look at the calendar. But I think the PBA is really doing all they can, and they're thinking of ways paano makapagsimula. I heard that may mga options silang tinitignan. Pero mahirap talaga, maski anong angulo mo tignan, ang hirap It's difficult, it's very costly, and yung risk-benefit ratio is very tricky. Yung balance na yun, napakahirap.
Alam mo yung sinabi mo about all of a sudden, kailangan tayo mag-isip ng migrating towards the digital world. Kami sa larangan ng edukasyon, talagang napapabilis ang aming
kayo.
Sa kanya, no? So, it's really something that has forced people, well, in a good way, no? And ngayon, bigla tayo nag-iisip. No, I want to talk about your career, CHOT. Alam natin, maraming sumubaybay sa'yo. And clearly, you are one of the best coaches that ever stepped on the court. 8-time champion, 5-time coach of the year, 7-time All-Star Game head coach. You were the youngest coach to win a championship in the history ng PBA. And of course, you were a national team coach for many, many years. John, I want to ask, what do you think are the events that define your coaching career? Specifically, what do you think? Anong mga significant sa'yo that would say na that is what I am as a coach?
Well, the first is winning my first tournament when I was 29, because unang-unang sabak, it was really historic in the sense that not only was I the youngest, but I was the first to do it in the first tournament, diba? Unang tournament pa lang yun So obviously that's one, because that I think that initial success gave me buffer and an allowance to fail. And you and I both know that I've failed a lot, because aside from that initial success, what marked and what are the significant events of my coaching career were my back-to-back firings. Remember, I had a great career with Pure Foods, diba? But after my first 4 years, and third conference 1996, we went to the finals again, pero natalo kami sa Alaska. But my contract was expiring. So sabi ko, sure, re-renew ako. But to my surprise, they came in and they told me, no, we're not renewing your contract. So, I felt bad, but I didn't question it, because I felt, I was a hot coach at that time. Di ba, finest coach nga ako Akong pinakamaraming ginabayad na fine sa commissioner's office So, within 1 month, kinuha kagad ako ng Santa Lucia. So I said, I'll show Pure Foods that they shouldn't have let me go. So in my first tournament of Santa Lucia, third place kami. Unang trophy, best record in Santa Lucia history. That was, I think, July of 1997. In August, 97. In August, 1 month after we won the third place trophy, Santa Lucia, Buddy Encarnado calls me to his office and says, "You're fired," and fired me. So, in a span of 8 months, di ba? It's buti sana kung kulelat kami, kung di kami nananalo, di ba? I took Pure Foods to the finals and I took Santa Lucia to their best record ever. And still 2 teams in a span of 8 months decided to fire me. So that was the second most significant moment, and people will be surprised to hear that, because which is what I say to the people that I work with now, with executives and companies. I bring to the table my 30 years of coaching, not only the wins but the losses and the failures.
Yeah,
Maski sa negosyo, maski sa pagpatak, even as an executive running a network and a CEO, I bring all of those things. So the next was being being the national coach, and also failing, that abysmal failure. Naalala mo yun, ayaw na natin umuwi sa Tokushima. We didn't want to go home. Yeah.
Yes,
Tokushima, ayaw na nga natin umuwi dun eh. But you know, we forced ourselves to come home and face the music. Wala naman tayong pinagbintangan, di ba? We were in the group of death. There was those 2 bad calls in the last few minutes nung game against pero you know, we faced the music and we took accountability and responsibility for that loss. And I think that was one of the most significant moments that really taught me a lot and molded me to who I am as a leader and a coach. And then obviously the next, being the coach of Gilas, was the next most significant moment. So when I think about it, to answer your question, the most significant moments in my career as a coach were the highs and the lows, the victories, the wins, the Coach of the Year awards, but also the firings and the losses. And palaging may ganun eh. Ganda ng 2013, diba? Ganda ng 2013, ganda ng tinakbo sa 2014 sa Worlds, and then palpak tayo sa Asian Games, then bust na naman tayo. So, we were very celebrated in 2013, 2014, pero nung pumalpak sa Asian Games, minumura naman tayo ng lahat ng tao. And then
alam mo,
after
sabi nga nila, CHOT, hindi naman daw pinupukol yung hindi hitik sa bunga eh. Kaya so you know, and that's the reason why you've been very successful in your career. And I guess the question is, are you satisfied? Meron pa bang desire ka? You know, is there anything else in your coaching career that gusto mo pang balikan, or you know, this is it? I mean, no regrets. You're very satisfied with how your career has gone.
Oh, I have absolutely no regrets. If there's just one thing I want to do, I want to go back and coach Ateneo, grade school or high school. Gusto ko dun sa mababa where we can really be part of the formation of values and skills of players. Pero siguro, maybe that's my final retirement job in coaching. But I'm very satisfied. That's why when people ask me now, I can very confidently and calmly tell them that, you know, I'm done. I don't know if you know that towards the end of last year, I paid some visits to 3 NBA teams, and there were kind of talk of maybe there was opportunity or what. So I took a look at it, but in the end, I said it was just there was nothing concrete. To be very straight, but you know, I went to the Celtics, to the Wizards, to all that, but in the end, I said it's not anong tawag na, the itch, the coaching,
wala na.
Yeah, kasi siguro after 30 years, that's a lifetime. That's a long time.
Napakatagal ano. Well, you're talking about coaching. You know, recently you gave a webinar. You were part of a webinar. Recently, you were also interviewed about your opinion doon sa foreign coaches na nagko-coach ng Gilas Pilipinas. And again, sabi mo nga, you prefer, of course, a Filipino coaching the national team. Alam mo, of course, you received a lot of praise for that. And you also received some criticism for it. Ano sa tingin mo ang pinakamalaking rason, Coach CHOT, na dapat Pinoy ang humawak ng national team?
First of all, I want to, yun kasi it was a question on a webinar. At the end of the webinar, there was Q&A with some people on the webinar. So natanong yun, so I answered. But I want to be very clear. Nationality shouldn't have anything to do with it. Okay? It doesn't matter what nationality you are. It has to be who is the best coach. But since so if it should be any nationality, who should be the best coach, why not a Filipino? So pag tinanong mo ako, syempre, preference ko, Filipino, Pinoy tayo eh. That's number one. But number two, what's the objective? Kasi if we're going to compete in 6 months' time or next year for a big tournament, okay, let's get the best qualified foreign European coach who can coach our team right now. But we're preparing for 2023. Di ba? Wala na naman tayo sa Olympics. Wala na, yung Worlds 2023 nga. And the SBP has put together a great program, long-term program, and they put Tab Baldwin as a program director. That's a great, I'm a big supporter of that. And Tab is a great project, a program director for that. So with that in mind, meron na tayong foreign program director, and we're planning for 3 years down the road anyway. Then why not put a Filipino there that Tab can mentor, prepare, and be ready so that in 2023, when the World Championships is held here, the Philippine team will be coached by a Filipino. Hindi ba maganda yun? So for me, that's the reason why I said I prefer Filipino coach na. So that's the main reason why I said I answered it that way. But you know, like I said, it shouldn't matter any kind of nationality. It shouldn't matter. Kailangan sino talaga yung pinakamagaling na coach. But then now, we're already preparing for 2023 at meron na tayong foreigner na program director which is great. Tab, so it's excellent for that. Ako nga nagdala kay Tab dito, di ba? And that's a perfect example. When I got him in my staff in 2014 and I recommended him to be my replacement because we were preparing to qualify for the Olympics. Yun, may malaki tayong tina-target So I thought for a short-term situation, we need the best coach possible now, and that happened to be Tab Baldwin. Of course, hindi umabot, but you know, that's beside the point. But now that we have the benefit of the time and the program, then why not train a young or up-and-coming Filipino coach, di ba? Ang ganda nun. I think that's the...
And of course, you've mentioned several new names sa mga lineups ng coaches. Alam naman natin kung nasa ng puso mo, Chot. And I've always believed that you tinatak mo yung puso ng Gilas, and it's still something that embodies yung spirit natin sa Gilas, Pilipinas. Alam mo, medyo nauubusan ako ng oras at may mga katanungan pa sa'yo, Coach. So maybe I'll ask you a few very quick questions na mga tinatanong ng mga fans. Ano daw inspiration mo sa dribble drive? Ito, isang tanong. Ano daw yung inspiration mo doon? Paano mo nagawa yung dribble drive?
Naalala mo ba, Noli, noong 2007? Di ba ganun na tayo? Open space, wala naman tayong pwedeng poster nun di ba? Well, wala lang tayong tawag doon, hindi lang natin alam tawag. Ang tawag lang natin doon, open. Kasi hindi pa naman na-iimbento noon Pero ang sinabi ng mga analysts na nandito noon, sabi nga nila, ano ba tong team na to? Dribble ng dribble ng dribble. Puro dribble na lang. Yun pala, yun yung opensa talaga, dribble drive. Hindi natin alam But in 2007, we were already getting that idea na hindi pwede yung poste-poste, screen sa international for us because of our size. Di ba? First of all, we cannot post up anyone. Secondly, when we set screens, magsiswitch lang sila kasi yung dos nila, kasi laki ng 4
Mas laki.
So walang problema sa switch di ba? So that's what we discovered.
So it was specifically devised for the national team, Chot.
Yeah, so when we saw the dribble drive ni Vance Wahlberg, sabi ko, itong hinahanap natin, yun pala yung tawag doon. So pinunta namin, we learned as much as we can about it. And then we just tweak lang natin for Pinoy style na dribble drive. All
right. Among Kai Soto daw, ito mula sa Anonymous, among Kai Soto, Thirdy, RAVENA, and Kobe Paras, who is likely to change the fortunes of the PBA?
The PBA. Not only the PBA, but even Philippine basketball. I think it's going to be Kai because of his size. In terms of athletic ability and talent, grabe. I mean, it's hard to beat Thirdy and Kobe. but they're not 7-2. They're not, and in this game, that's really a big difference maker, especially for a country like the Philippines, like ours. So the attitude of Thirdy and his work ethic and the natural ability of Kobe taken into consideration. But if you're going to ask me who's going to change it, has the potential to change it, it's gotta be the 7-footer.
All right. Best import you ever coached? Madami yan.
Dami.
Dami yan.
Perhaps the best all-around import I coached was Kenny Redfield, because he's Mr. Triple-Double. So the numbers speak for themselves. And
Pure Foods. Yeah. And your first championship.
He didn't give me any problems. He played with the team and he won for us. So yeah, hard to beat Kenny.
Eto, tanong ko, Coach, the best starting five using the first letter of your first name. C, CHOT. Best
Letter
starting
C.
five na magagawa mo sa PBA. Halimbawa ako ako eh. So magagawa ko lang, piniisip ko to eh. Nelson Aceitono, Nick Velasco, Noy Castillo, si Norwood, Gabe. Kasi wala na akong mahanap eh. And maybe si Norman Black. Ang hirap ng N eh. O letter C, best starting five mo, Coach Chot.
Hinahalo-halo mo yung first name at last name. Ako, last name lang gagamitin ko. Okay, Castro. Point guard ko si Castro. Dos was a difficult decision between Cariaso and Kagiwa, pero Kagiwa ako. So Castro, Kagiwa, Kaidik, Cesar, Codinera.
Wow, ang lakas.
Lakas.
Ang lakas nun.
Hindi mo gusto ko nga
malakas.
sa 4 si Cap pero hindi naman siya C.
Hindi letter
But
C.
my six man is Cariaso. Cariaso ang 6 man ko.
Cariaso pa pala.
Import ko Chambers. Lakas.
Nasama mo ba si Ko? Nakasama mo si Ko?
At meron pa ako second five. May second
Si
five
Ko?
ako. Kalma, Ko, Cariaso. Ang lakas ng second five ko eh.
Puro C. Pagdating pala sa C, pwede.
Maraming C.
Chot, we're running out of time dahil marami pa tayong gustong pag-usapan. I know this needs another round, but let me ask you, kasi may pinupulsuhan tayo about dito sa ating programa na sang-ayon ba ang tao na maglaro behind closed doors sa mga liga? What do you think? Should sports be played closed doors? In order, kung pwedeng i-restart at papayagan, should we just play closed doors?
Yes, I think without a doubt, yes. As long as it's accessible and people can watch it on television or digital online, I think yes. I think we have to play even behind closed doors.
Chot, final question: will sports ever be the same after this pandemic?
Nothing. I don't think anything will be the same after this pandemic. That's why I say I end my webinars by telling people, forget about bouncing back. Wala na tayong babalikan eh. There's nothing to bounce back to. So think instead about bouncing forward. So I think if we can all think about bouncing forward, that should be the mindset of everyone, not only sports, but business, executives, in the academy, media as well. How do we bounce forward? From here, let's learn the lessons and tawag ko doon, find the pain, find the purpose in this pain, and then let's bounce forward.
Well, I wish you had those daily coaching sessions na pwede naming samahan. But ikaw ay isang tao that as you always preach, you also do, you bounce back from so many adversities in your life, and that's why you continue to be one of the most respected personalities in sports. Maraming salamat, Coach Chot.
Thank you. Oli, thank you.
See you again. Alright, mga kaibigan, walang iba kundi ang nakasama natin, walang iba kundi ang dating head coach ng Gilas, Pilipinas, si Coach Chot Reyes. Ang dami niyang nasabi today. Talaga namang dapat natin pong alalahanin yon. Do not look at the past. Use that as a building block. And of course, he said, bouncing forward. Tayo po ay patuloy na humanap ng pagkakataong gumanda ang ating kabuhayan. Alright, mga kaibigan, at this point, we need to thank a few of the people na patuloy pong sumusuporta sa ating programa. At patuloy po nagtataguyod ng ating palatuntunan. Gusto ko pong pasalamatan, of course, ang Big Boss Cement. Ang ating pong mga kaibigan sa Big Boss Cement, si Engineer Gilbert Cruz. Maraming salamat, Big Boss Cement, Big Boss sa Tibay. Involved ang Big Boss sa lahat po ng larangan ng sports din. They are supporting heavily si Angkahas, na nakasama po natin dito, si Jerwin Angkahas. And of course, marami pa pong aspeto ng sports. Big Boss Cement, Big Boss sa Tibay. Nais ko din pong pasalamatan ang Cherry Loom, ang yerong may aluminum, na parang Elmer Ngo. Kung lalo na ngayon, tag-init, tag-araw, na kung kailangan po natin ng matibay at maasang yero para sa inyong pangangailangan. Cherry Loom, ang yerong may aluminum. Gusto ko rin po magpasalamat sa Elms Kapihan and Bar. Elms Kapihan and Bar, nagpapaalala lang po na stay home and grab the phone to order your favorite dishes. Tawagan lang po ninyo 8240-2032 o di kaya 0956-780-4782. Puntahan nyo po kanilang IG page. Stay home and just order in. You can also find us at Food Panda. Simply key in Elms Kapihan and Bar to enjoy our food. Ang sarap na kanilang roasted garlic chicken at chicharon bulaklak. Naku, nakakatakot yan. Gusto ko rin po magpasalamat, of course, sa Joyride. Ang inyong bagong kasundo, of course, Joyride, may bago pong serbisyo, Joyride pabili and Joyride delivery. Marami po tayong tinutulungan ngayon, including SM Supermalls, and of course, ang mga nagbibigay po ng mga donasyon, and of course, yung pong delivery branch ng Joyride Philippines, yung Happy Move, delivering your food cravings all over. Yan po ang mga numbers nila, ang Happy Move Help Desk. Just download their app, Happy Move at saka Joyride Philippines. Pasalamat din po kami sa Skin, ang Face and Anti-Aging Body Center. Skin, do you have any skin concerns? Well, pasalamat din po tayo sa Makalaj Professional. And of course, ang Skin, if you have any skin concerns, Skin now has online consultation from Mondays to Saturdays, alas 3 hanggang alas 5 po ng hapon. Text lamang ng mga detalye on your skin sa 0917-890-1640. Skin also is helping out in so many other projects ni Dr. G. Sarmiento. Maraming salamat po kay Dr. G sa kanyang patuloy na pagtulong sa atin. Ang Skin po ay may Project Shield na tinatawag non-profit group headed by like-minded individuals who really just want to help in our medical and non-medical frontliners. So maraming salamat po sa Skin, Face and Anti-Aging Body Center. And of course, sa lahat po ng mga sumusuporta, mga fans, Radyo 5 and Signal TV. Ma'am Shena Olaso, marami pong salamat sa inyo. Alright, at this point, mga kaibigan, tuloy-tuloy po tayo sa ating programa. Ngayon naman, ang ating kakausapin, walang iba kung hindi ang ating kaibigan na matagal na nating namimiss. Dahil nga dito sa lockdown, he is coming to us live from the United States. Walang iba kundi ang ating NBA beat reporter, si Homer Saison. Magandang umaga, Homer.
Good morning, Commissioner. Good morning sa ating mga listeners. And,
very nice to see you finally, Homer.
Same here. But you know what, Commissioner? I have something to tell you.
Sige.
I've known you to be somebody na you'd always be found guilty of smiling on a cloudy day. Pero, nakita ko sa last episode last week, you were wearing a Knicks outfit. And I didn't know you were hiding all this sadness and all this pain all through the years, Commissioner. But anyway,
alam mo naman na 76ers ako.
I know, I was gonna say,
yung New York Knicks, alam mo,
was
sometimes kailangan mong bibigyan ng suporta yung mga nasa ilalim. Yan ang importante sa buhay. We always support yung mga mga kailangan ng suporta. Homer, let me ask you first. You are in Chicago right now?
Yes.
Kamusta ang sitwasyon dyan sa inyo? Are you still under lockdown? And how is the situation?
Yes, we are under lockdown until at least the 1st of June. So for our listeners, Commissioner, how the NBA works is this. Kaya mahirap ang restart ng NBA. It's because, number one, we are a federal form of government. Meaning to say, yung Presidente, Trump, is giving the 50 governors the freedom to observe their own health guidelines in terms of opening when the team facilities, all that stuff. So as you know, today, dito sa NBA, tatlong team facilities have opened. 27 other teams haven't because
Yes.
whatever the health guidelines in Ohio, which is our neighbor, is not necessarily the same in Illinois. So yun, ito ngang reopening, when I was asked, how hard is it na ma-reopen ang NBA season? Talagang napakahirap because it has more complications than diabetes. There's so many things that you have to consider. Number one, Commissioner, do you let the economics dictate your opening or do you let the science dictate it? How do you reconcile satisfaction of your fan base and the safety of your players? Number three, even if the NBA would open tomorrow, let's just say, Commissioner, in a perfect world, the NBA opens next week. There's not even a guarantee if the fan base have the money to go to the games because right now, 20.5 million Americans are unemployed. They lost their jobs because of the pandemic.
Wow.
As of today, according to CNN, the unemployment rate in the United States is 14.7%. That is greater than the 2008 recession. So, walang pera. Even if the NBA comes back, there is no money for people to come, pay $300 for a family of 4, to pay $30 for parking, to pay $8 for hot dog, and all those stuff. So, napakahirap, Commissioner. That's why I laud the PBA to immediately say, hey, we're going to close this season because we do not want to compromise the integrity of next season.
Let me ask you then, Homer, because of this, lahat ng ito sinasabi mo, obviously, napakahirap magsimula. Gaano kalaki ang losses ng NBA at this moment as you anticipate? And are players going to be impacted with this? Meron bang mga salary cuts?
Yes, okay. I researched this actually, and the numbers do not lie. According to the Washington Post, there were 259 games left in the regular season.
That's right. Oo.
And based on estimations, kasi may estimate na we are 60 games into the season, so makita na yung trend. So based on the estimate, $300 million in ticket sales are going to be lost on those 259 games. If the playoffs, again, according to the Washington Post, were to be scrapped altogether, 83 playoff games, Commissioner, that's $166 million in ticket sales alone.
Wow.
Now, according to CNN, when you add yung ang concession, merchandise, kasi pag pumupunta tayo ng NBA arena, not only do we go pay the ticket, we pay parking, we buy like you, a New York Knicks outfit. So you add everything to it. That's $700 million, Commissioner.
Grabe.
Okay.
Grabe. Ganun malaki.
When you talk about pay, here's the deal. Last Friday, 7 days ago, I got a phone call. I had second thoughts whether I would accept the phone calls sa cellphone ko, Commissioner, but I had to accept it. You know who called me?
Oh.
Jordan Clarkson. So I said, I have no choice. I have to answer this. So anyway, hindi siya worried, Commissioner, because even if the NBA would apply what they call the force majeure, act of God rule in the contract,
yes,
it's only $192 of their salary. So in the case of Jordan Clarkson, who makes over $200,000 a game, that's $2,000, Commissioner. That's nothing. Ang problema lang is this is how it affects everybody, especially the free agents. If you are Giannis Antetokounmpo, ngayong July, you're supposed to sign a $240 million max contract. Now, wala na yon. I mean, the calendar has to be moved. In terms of Jordan Clarkson, the same thing. Jordan will turn 28 next month. So he will become a free agent. This will be the last big payday for Jordan because he's entering the prime of his life.
That's right.
Right. Ngayon, wala na. Pero sabi niya nga, excuse me, I'm not worried about it. But, you know, he has to be thinking of it on the back of his mind. Kasi malaking pera yun, Commissioner. Jordan is expected to receive at least a $60 million contract extension with the Utah Jazz. So, it's a lot of money.
You know, marami pa tayong gusto pag-usapan, Homer, and I really want to spend a lot of time with you. Ngayon ko lang yung nakikita, kaya gusto ko matagal eh. But, you know, I'm still going to be interviewing ASI and then later the RAVENAs.
Yeah, I understand.
Let me just ask you just one question. Do you think that ang NBA has enough to regain its stature and also to lead a different variant, a different new normal in sports, and it becomes a model for other leagues to follow.
Yes, it does. Only because here's the thing, Commissioner. The side of the bread that is buttered sa NBA is the TV deal. Even
Yes.
if there are
Oo.
even if there are no fans, the NBA is signed to a multi-year deal na $2.7 billion, Commissioner.
Wow.
So even if walang fans, they will be able to sustain themselves, salaries, all that stuff, because of those $2.7 billion every year that ABC, Turner Broadcasting, and ESPN pays them. So yun lang ang problema, napo-follow lang. It's just time. Kagaya ba ng ABS-CBN? I'm sure when ABS-CBN was shut down, there had been advertisers who had already paid good money for advertisement for Kadinang Ginto and Provinciano. And because it's of the stoppage, it doesn't mean they have to refund them. They just don't get paid. ABS-CBN doesn't just get paid, pero lang napo-follow. The only good thing here is that there are 30 NBA teams, all of which are owned by billionaires who can kind of take the blow a little bit. Kaya nga, ang sabi ning, I read a report today na in the PBA, the teams that are smaller markets and smaller teams are going to take the hit. But in
Going to have a problem, yeah. Yes.
But in the NBA, Commissioner, all of them are owned by billionaires who, can take a little bit of hit here and there. So I think the NBA will be fine. Kaya lang, we just don't know when.
Everybody is looking at that model. Everybody is hoping na makakabalik ang sports, and of course, you'll be back covering the NBA. And we're certainly going to be monitoring this. We will follow up with you, Homer. At kung may mga bago kang balita, please let us know. Maraming salamat sa iyong oras.
Thank you, Commissioner. Always a pleasure to be in your program.
Maraming salamat, and I want to have you back on my show. Maraming salamat. Mga kaibigan, ang ating paboritong NBA.
Burn the next jersey.
Huwag, may mga magagalit.
Okay. Bye, Commissioner.
Maraming salamat.
Thank you so much.
Yan po mga kaibigan, si Homer Saison, ang ating kaibigan mula sa NBA. And quickly, mga kaibigan, pasok na natin kaagad ang ating susunod na panauhin just so we can continue our Saturday morning. Ang ating pumakausap, walang iba kundi si ASI TAULAVA. Maganda. Good morning, ASI.
Good morning, Com. Thank you for having me, and all the fans. Thank you, and the PBA fans. Miss you guys.
Oh, thank you so much. Everyone has been missing everyone, especially their idols like you, ASI. And I was half expecting that you would have, you would be having all of these, the beard, and I saw your IG posts. It seems like you're more into K-dramas now. What is ASI doing?
ASI is just being ASI, just home, get some little workouts in. But at the same time, I fell in love with a new TV show, the K-drama. My wife, my daughter got me into it. This quarantine has got me with soft heart, doing different things.
Well, that seems to be a good development. ASI, what has the lockdown taught you insofar as, how you've discovered family again, spending a lot of time now with them and really being around them 24 hours a day?
Well, first of all, I appreciate everything my wife has done. When we were playing, before the quarantine, I was busy with basketball, always out of the house doing different things. Now with quarantine, I get to be around the house, so I see what my wife does on a daily basis. Playing basketball is easy compared to what women do at home. The laundry, doing dishes, cleaning up. So now because my kids are home, so my two youngest, they do homeschooling. So when my wife is busy with them teaching them, I try to help around the house, especially doing the dishes. Just please don't ask me to cook. Cook is out of the category.
Well, I understand that you are also beginning to coach your children, especially your two girls, the older ones. How have the girls responded to you as a coach?
It's tough. It's hard to be a dad and then to be a coach at the same time. But I guess one thing it's taught me over the quarantine is that I have to be patient with them. Lucky for me, I have a teammate with Larry and Jolas. They have kids too. So I asked them for advice. How do I deal with them? And Jolas is always telling me, Coach Jolas was always telling me, don't try to hold them by, tight fist. You got to let them go sometimes. If they don't want to do it, you just listen to them and let them just follow through. So every afternoon, I get that opportunity to learn as being a coach to them, like doing skills work, doing some exercises, doing some weightlifting, doing some conditioning. But at the end, before it ends, we end up in a big fight, and my wife comes out.
Well, that always happens when you know that the people that you're coaching can they feel they can disobey the coach because of the the bigger coach behind you. Asi, let me talk about this particular PBA season. It was reported that it could be, or it could have been, your final season. Is this a decision that you've been thinking about? Is this cast in stone, and what led you to this?
No, I just thought about it. You know, the All Filipino is the best way. I was thinking about it. If we can, you know, that's the ultimate goal, to win the championship or get to the semis. Then I'll decide to hang up my sneakers. But at the same time, I'm still thinking about it, because if the motivation and the drive is still there to go out and do the extra work, you know, the daily grind, my body can still take it. Then I'll continue playing. But right now, you know, before I start thinking about retirement, I think I'll have to talk to my management first. Coach Yang, Boss Ronald, Boss Rod, they've been awesome. They've been very supportive, especially now in my latter part of my career. They've been so nice. You know, it's given me everything I wanted and even more. You know, right now, if I make any decisions, I have to talk to them first.
You know, I've seen how your work ethic is when you were with the national team. Personally, when I was involved with the Gilas team, I've seen even back in 2005 when you were with the national team under Coach CHOT REYES, I've seen how you have also played when you were part of the SMB ABL team. Now I see you adding a 3-point shot. What motivates you to keep, to keep you always relevant with your team? What motivates ASI TAULAVA to continue playing?
Right now, you know, I have to give all this credit to Coach Yang. Since Coach Yang's taken over NLEX, he said he told all of us in our first meeting together, you know, you cannot be the same player you was yesterday. You have to adapt to the game. You have to change your mind. You have to work on certain things. You can't just be a center your whole life, Asi. So with that, I started developing. It started off us joking around, shooting threes. And then it just became a routine where I wanted to learn, you know, keep improving. So within that 2 years, playing first 2 years with Coach Yang, I developed a 3-point shot. But it took a lot of work, a lot of hours in the gym. And lucky for me, like I told you guys before, I have Coach Yang. He was very supportive throughout that whole process. You know, I think any other coach probably would have gave up on me because I was 40-something years old. Coach Yang, you know, he's there for you. He's not just scolding you just to be scolding you. There's a reason why he's scolding you, and you listen to the message he's giving you, and you just continue performing. And whatever he asks, you play 0 minutes, play 20 minutes. You just go out there and play with your heart, and he'll appreciate that even more.
You know, Asi, you came at a time in the PBA where there was an influx of Phil Americans, or Phil foreigners, and obviously Philippine basketball has changed ever since. Of course, the impact was there, and there were also a lot of things that developed during that time. Do you believe that the influx of the Philams is something that will always be remembered, or will always be part of the career of ASI TAULAVA, and how that has changed the game of Philippine basketball?
I wouldn't say it was all. It was the influx of the Philam that changed the game. I think we had the talent. The local Pinoys, they had the talent, but they were still in college. You know, the game was changing. We still had the vets in the PBA at the time. And the young guys, it just took time until they get to. I think the game was going to change no matter what, once the younger guys from collegiate level got to the PBA. Because we have so many leagues. We have the NCAA, the NCRA, the UAAP. And look at where the game has changed from then to now. Look who's dominating the game. You know, it's all players that's playing in college basketball. Because the big difference is majority of the guys that's playing in the UAAP, they have the experience. You know, you can bring, you know, sometimes there's only a few fill-ins you can bring in that's played in the U.S. that have the experience to play on a team and, you know, and be fundamentally strong and smart. But here you get that throughout the whole college level. Guys that's played in the finals, guys that's played in the playoffs. And that's what you're looking at for the game to develop. And if you look at it now, who's dominating the game right now? It's the guys that won championships in college, especially playing here in the UAAP and the NCAA.
You know, you've played with some of the best players in the PBA throughout your storied career. Name me your top five teammates of all time.
My top 5 favorite teammates, you know, number one, everybody's gonna know who's number one. You know, Jimmy
Alapag.
Jimmy Alapag is number one. You know, Jimmy by far. I don't think anybody, you know, our friendship, our brotherhood, how me and him grew up, you know, we're super close. You know, he's the captain, he was our leader. Everything Jimmy asks you, just the way he keeps you tuned into the game. He goes number one. Number two is my second guy from TNT, and that's Harvey Carey. You know, the three of us spent so many years together. It just wasn't about basketball. It was about brotherhood, and it was about our family. When Harvey first came here, you know, we hit it off really well. Me, him, and Jimmy, we were so close. We was always together. Number three, I'll give it to my roommate, RDO. You know, I said this when he retired. When I found out earlier this month that he was retired, he retired. I sent out that message. You know, by far, he's up there with Jimmy and Harvey. You know, he was my roommate. I learned so much from Ranadell, how to be patient. You know, how to think the game. You know, he's in the room. You know, some players go there, they listen to rap, do other things, you know, with their mind. Ranadell sleeps the whole day, gets up, listens to others, and then goes out, and kills everybody in the game. You know, everybody wants to do all these, you know, like these warm-up drills, everything. When they wake up, they'll go straight to the shower, plays his love music, comes back, just lays in bed for like 15 minutes, and then goes out and kill everybody. And then number four, my close friend of mine that I got to know him really well. I known him since he was at college, when he was playing for Ateneo, and that's Enrico Villanueva. Great guy, super great guy. Sometimes people misunderstand him, but Rico, you know, he's very smart with his mind, and at the same time, I learned from him about business. He went into business. I'm happy to see how successful he is on his next chapter of his life, what he went into and what he's doing for himself and his family. Just an awesome guy. You know, you can sit there, you can talk to Rico for hours, and it won't be a dull moment. And
I know that.
It's just great. And then my last guy on my top 5 would have to be Larry. Larry is a thinker. Larry Fonseca. He sits there, and it's like, if I have problems at the house, I need somebody to talk to, I wait for him. I go to the gym early, I get my shots up, do my extra things, and then as soon as Larry get in, we sit down and we talk. You know, I ask him for advice, and he's helped me a lot since I transferred my kids from, I pulled my kids out of school and had homeschooling. You know, I asked him advice, Larry, how did you do this? You know, I'm not the smartest guy, I can admit that, I'm not the smartest guy when it comes to education-wise, you know, using my brain. But I asked Larry for advice. How do I, you know, certain things, how I teach my kids, how can I get them to understand me a little bit better? And Larry gives me all these advice. You know, those top 5, love those guys to death.
Well, you know, when you look at those names, Jimmy, Harvey, Ranidel, Enrico, and Larry, all of those are nearing also. Some of them have already retired. Some of them are nearing the end of their careers. And obviously, you're going to be, you know, you're probably going to be deciding this soon.
I'll be joining.
No, but let me ask you. I'm not forcing you to retire nor to quit. You know, people love you. They still love you in the court. But assuming you do retire, what's life after the PBA for ASI TAULAVA?
Coaching. You know, I already got my, stuck my foot in through the door. I had one leg in. You know, I'm also helping out the UP Fighting Maroons with with their program. It's just fantastic to see how Coach Paul is trying to turn the program around. He's doing an awesome job doing the recruiting. I take my hat off of him. I go there in the morning when I have time and try to help them out, the UP girls. And at the same time, I have my daughter. She's studying there and she's playing for the team. And
Nice.
hopefully, in the year down the line, everything will change.
No plans to go into broadcast, ASI? I know you. You're such a. Not only are you an eloquent person, but you're also a very funny guy. Do you have any plans in going to sportscasting or sports broadcasting? Mukhang naipit ng konti ang linya ni ASI. Let's see if we can get him back at the moment. But it's been an enjoyable discussion so far with ASI. Again, pinag-uusapan po natin ang kanyang plano na magretiro. At mukhang sinasabi ni ASI, mukhang may motivation pa. At ito'y tila kailangan nilang pag-usapan ng management ng NLEX. So let's see if we can get ASI back. We're also trying to we were supposed to talk to the RAVENA family, but it seems like they're having problems with connectivity. Alam nyo talagang, ganito sa mga programa natin mga kaibigan, talaga pong may mga panahon na mahirap na makapasok sa pamamagitan ng connections. No? All right, I think ASI is back. ASI?
Sorry, Cole, I'm sorry. I had to come outside. My signal was bad in the TV room.
There you go.
Yeah,
there you go. I got you.
It's been awesome learning from Coach Paul, especially about the UP Maroons, the women's team. And it takes a lot of patience. They're not like guys or the boys where you can scream at them to motivate them. Them, you have to be a little patient, especially when you start seeing the tears. Girls, they love to cry. If you get too hard. So you got to pull back and be like, hey, okay, I'm sorry.
No, but I was asking, ASI, I've always admired how you are not only eloquent, but you're also very funny. No plans of even getting into sportscasting or broadcasting?
Yes, I was thinking about that, but I might end up being the next Charles Barkley, where a lot of profanity. So I don't know if Boss MVP will be able to tolerate me cursing on national TV, but I have to taper down. I have to learn how to control my words to give it a shot. But everything is open once I decide to hang up my sneakers, Tom.
ASI, just one final question. We were trying to get the pulse of people. Do you agree that if sports is allowed to play behind closed doors without fans, just so we can restart sports again?
If the government's okay with it, our board of governors, our commissioner Willie Marshall, if the safety of everybody can be guaranteed and nothing transpired out of it, then why not? I know us players, we're dying to compete again. But at the same time, I was listening to Homer's interview earlier, what he said about the PBA, about the NBA. I think that's a great idea. With all the contracts that we have with the networks, I think that we can host something like that to have it played behind. But at the same time, we have to wait for the government. If they give us the green light, our board of governors sit down and have their meeting and see how it goes. And then the final decision will be laid on Willie Marshall and see if he allows us to play again. But until then, we want everybody to stay safe. Safety, our fans' safety is more important than us getting out there and start playing again.
ASI, always a pleasure to talk to you. Thank you for coming on, and we hope to catch you again. In regards to the entire family.
Thank you. And to our fans, love you guys. Stay safe. God bless.
God bless.
Okay, God.
Yan po mga kaibigan, si ASI TAULAVA, ang All-Star Center ng NLEX Road Warriors. All right now mga kaibigan, quickly we have about a little less than 20 minutes remaining sa ating programa po. Papasok na natin ang tinatawag nilang royal family ng sports, no? Ang the RAVENAs. Ang pamilya po ng mga RAVENA na kinabibilangan ni Coach Bong, ni Ma'am Mozzy, and of course ang ating mga paborito mga lalaro, si Kiefer, si Thirdy at si Dani. O yan, Kiefer, magandang umaga sa iyo. Let's see if we can. I'm trying to get the audio of Kiefer. Kief? Medyo wala tayong nakukuhang audio mula kay Kiefer. Let's try to reconnect. Sayang ha, because it will be very interesting. Alam niyo po, medyo matagal-tagal na rin nating hindi nakikita itong pamilya ng mga Ravena. Alam naman natin mo, si Bong Ravena ay ang head coach ng Talk and Text Katropa at of course kasama niya doon si Mark Dickel. Dating naglaro si Bong Ravena ng sa PBA, naging Rookie of the Year si Bong Ravena nung siya po ay naglalaro pa sa PBA. And alam din natin po na si Bong Ravena ay nakakuha ng ilang beses na kampyonato rin. No? Of course, ang kanyang may bahay, si Mozzy, ay isang dating UAAP player para sa UST, playing volleyball. At siya po ngayon ay isang sportscaster. At ang kanilang mga anak, si Kiefer, alam naman natin ang kanyang exploits. And of course, si Thirdy na papasok na rin po ng national team, 3-time UAAP champion, 3-time UAAP Finals MVP. And of course, sa kanilang kapatid na bunso na si Dani RAVENA na ngayon na naglalaro para sa Ateneo volleyball team sa seniors. Alright, let's try again kung makukuha natin kahit sandali si Kiefer Ravena and the Ravenas. Let's see if we can get them back on air. Mukhang talagang mahirap ang signal doon sa kanilang lugar. Well, alam po, ito, let's see. Kiefer? Audio na lang eh. Medyo may problema lang yung audio. I cannot hear Kiefer sa audio. Let's see if we can get the audio fixed. Hindi pa rin, ano? Wala pa rin tayo. Meron ba tayo nakukuha sa FB or sa mukhang wala pa. Sayang because very interesting to know what a family like the Ravenas are doing, no? Kung meron silang sariling bonding time. Alright, basahin lang po natin yung mga komentaryo ng ating mga nagpumulso din mula kay Jordan James. Okay lang yung closed door para mas safe sa karamihan, magstay na lang sa bahay at tumutok sa TV. Isang beer at masarap na pulutan, solved na. Tama nga naman yan. Sabi nga kanina ni Homer, napakamahal. Napakamahal kung pupunta sa larangan, lalo na sa NBA, kung stay at home, nanonood ng basketball o ng volleyball, merong malamig na serbesa, ayos na, ayos na. Let's try Kiefer Ravena again. Kung ating pong makukuha siya. Kagaya ng sabi natin po, it's always interesting to know what yan, medyo may volume na.
Yun. Hello.
Ayun. Yung audio mo, yung video mo naman, keep baliktad.
Ay, teka na, baliktad. Ganun.
Keith, kamusta ka? Ulitin natin ha. May audio naman pero baliktad naman yung yung kanyang video. Talagang ganyan po. Ganyan po ang mga hazards of the trade pag nagbo-broadcast ng live under this new normal. Nakikita naman niyo po lahat ng mga ng mga programa ngayon sa radyo at telebisyon ay dumadaan po sa mga video teleconferencing apps. Tayo po ay gumagamit ng platform na tinatawag na StreamYard and kami po ay masaya-masaya sa kanilang serbisyo. Of course, we are hoping to catch Keith. Let's see kung naayos na niya yung video at audio. Yan! Natapos ang sa wakas.
Okay na.
Ayan. Keith, kamusta ka?
Hi,
How are you?
Kamusta?
Hi.
Good, doing well.
Nawala ng golf tan mo.
Groceries here sa bahay.
Pare-pareho na tayo nawala ng golf tan.
Oh, wala na. Pisoy na ulit, Kom.
Pisoy na ulit. Alam mo, well, we were hoping to get all the family together, but
dito sila.
alam ko, andiyan ba sila? Anyway, matanong ko muna ikaw. Ayan na pala. Coach Bong, Mami Mozzy, hello. Kamusta kayong lahat? Alam mo, gusto ko talangin kayong dalawa muna eh. Is it unusual to have all of these energetic and adventurous children at home all the time, 24 hours a day, Mozzy?
We love it!
Masayang-masaya.
Actually, nakakahiya man sabihin. I mean, like, syempre, these are really trying times. But you just look at the good part. And yun nga, siguro the best part is magkakasama kami. Yun talaga.
Oh. Coach Bong, unusual ba na hindi mo alam mo naman yung mga anak mo, laging nasa labas, nasa practice. Pero
Oo.
ngayon, kasama mo all the time.
Hindi ko man pinapanalangin na magkakaganito ang mundo, but ang nangyayari sa amin is napaganda pa kasi talagang bihira kami magsama. So ito talagang ilang buwan na. Talagang very happy rin na
Sulit na
nagkakasama
ako,
kami.
sulit na.
Sulit na. Keith,
Sa
ikaw,
ayaw ulit sa gusto.
yun ang ano dun eh. Pero Keith, how are you keeping the balance? Kasama mo yung mga magulang mo. At the same time, you have to try to keep in shape dahil hindi mo naman alam kung when the call will come. How are you trying to keep the balance sa bahay?
Siguro po kahit papaano we try to mix up family time with working out. We sometimes work out together. I make whole body exercises for the whole family.
Wow!
Thirdy will do his own thing and trying to stay in shape. Yung sister ko din si Dani. And then kami mag-workout kami dito sa bahay just to talagang kumbaga mahirap kasi talaga na mawala talaga sa kondisyon. Ayaw naman namin na kaming mga players na excuse me, pagbalik namin sa laro kung kailan man matatapos to back to zero, mahirap 'yun eh. So kahit paano merong workouts dito sa house. Nag-e-enjoy naman din. Medyo mainit lang po talaga ngayon.
Siyempre. Coach Bong, ikaw, are you keeping in touch sa mga players mo?
Yes, Tom. Meron kaming group doon sa Viber na monitor namin yung workout nila everyday. Tapos yung body weight nila, continuous pa rin.
That's good. Alam natin, Keith, that it's been a crazy, maybe last 2 years for you. At parang nakakainis, no? Minsan yung tutuloy ang karir mo, mapipigil because of something. Pag ready ka na naman, eto na naman, maganda na naman yung arangkada, mapipigil na naman ang pandemic. How do you cope with this kind of adventure in your career? Anong mindset mo?
Well, actually, kung bibilangin nga po natin ko, halos 3 taon na akong hindi maglalaro. Kasi kung isipin natin, nag-draft ako sa PBA 2017. Only played the conference and a half, tapos nawala ako ng 1.5 taon. And then naglaro ako ng isang conference. Ngayon, halos 6 months na naman na walang laro from the time, nung November kami na-eliminate kasi. November, December, January, February, March, April, May. 6 months na naman na walang laro. So, that's 2 years of no playing. But then again, sabi nga ni Mama, brighter side of life, time with family. Siguro, sabi ni Lord, since 4 years old, hindi na ako tumigil maglaro ng basketball. Tuloy-tuloy na po ako naglaro ng basketball. And ngayon, medyo sobra-sobra na din yung pahinga na nabigay niya. Sabi ko, maglaro na ulit. Pero ganun talaga siguro, talagang may mga bagay na nangyayari na hindi naman natin maiiwasan. And right now, yung priority kasi talaga is yung health ng not only the players but also the PBA fans na talagang ayaw natin isakripisyo yun para lang matuloy yung liga.
Mozzy, in the case of Keith, na talaga namang everyone wants to see him play. But yun nga, puro paputol-putol. How do you support him in that sense? And what do you tell him to keep him going?
Actually, kasi ang hirap din na, let's say, to feel sad or a little bit, let's say, down. Because there are so many blessings kasi coming our way. So, hindi mo rin talaga, parang napakahirap na magreklamo. So, diba? When you really think about it. So, sometimes you just tell him parang, alam mo, may plano yan eh. For example, tama yung sinabi niya, since 4 years old, nagbabasketball na siya na walang tigil. Sometimes, minsan yung practices niya, Ateneo, tapos RP, diba sa isang araw, yung talagang ang tagal na ganun. So I guess okay din in the sense na napahinga yung katawan niya, yung body niya, yung utak niya. So you get parang other perspectives in life. Diba? Parang nakakaisip ka ng iba naman na pwede mong gawin. So it always has a purpose eh. So, akin, positive pa rin yun eh. Alam mo yan, may maganda pa rin
really,
mapupulot
oo.
dun eh.
It's the way you take everything in life eh. Ganun talaga ang buhay. Andiyan ba si Thirdy, Keith? Oo, natutulog pa.
Mawawala kung hahanapin ko ah.
Hindi. Okay lang. No, but let me ask you a little bit, Bong. Anong role mo, Bong, dito sa buhay ng mga anak mo? I mean, I know you're not the coach of Kiefer. You've never been his coach. Formally, at least. Pero outside of what we see, ano ang role mo sa career nila? I know as a father, you're a terrific father. Pero in their professional career, meron ka bang binibigay sa kanila kahit na hindi mo sila talagang kino-coach as your own player?
Well, ako naman, lagi lang akong reminders, you know, yung mga basic things, yung mga ethics, yun lang naman na lagi kong nire-remind sa kanila eh. Na, for example, yung, you know, yung oras ng pagtatrabaho, kung paano pa magtrabaho, first come and last to go. Alam mo yun yung mga ganong bagay, mga little things na always reminding them. Ano si Thirdy?
Oh, Thirdy. Oh, nice to see you. Buti nandiyan ka. Alam mo, walang problema. Alam mo, kasi tinatanong ko si Kiefer kanina about itong stop and go ng kanyang career. No? Ikaw, you have had a checkered career sa UAAP, 3 times a champion. Pero ngayon, meron kang ibang pathway na kinuha. Itong nangyari sa atin na pandemic, na tumigil tayo, does this change your plan? And are you now looking at joining the draft and going to the PBA?
Yun nga po, kailangan pa po talaga alamin ko ano yung final decision kung whether or not matutuloy po first yung league. So, we'll still have to find out po kasi wala pa pong announcement kung makakancel po yung season. Pero as of now, tuloy pa rin naman.
Keith, how much of the decision ni Thirdy, and maybe even Bong and even Mozzy, how much of the decision ni Thirdy not to join the PBA kinonsult sa inyo as a family? Was this his own decision or talagang nagsama-sama napag-usapan niyo to as a family?
Siguro po at the end of the day, it was his decision. Each and every one of us may role doon in terms of the decision, but nung nagde-decide na siya, sa kanya na talaga yun because of course si Papa, siya yung nasa perspective ng PBA. He knows and he's been there for quite some time now, and ako naman relatively we took the same path, you know, not really joining my original draft class and trying it out overseas. And then si Mama naman, yung part niya siguro yung more of the off-court parts, yung pag nandito ka lang sa Philippines, of course, nandito yung family mo, anytime pwede ka nandito ka lang naman sa house, and yung pros and cons, kumbaga, of going overseas. So, it's a mixture of different roles that really made Thirdy decide na talagang gusto niya i-pursue yung dream niya of playing overseas. You know, it's never bad to try out something new and to try out something you really want to achieve in your career. And you know, bata pa naman si Thirdy, has a lot of parang chances of trying out different things. So hopefully this one works out for him.
Let me ask the two of you, if there was a trait na nakuha nyo sa mga magulang ninyo, best trait ninyong dalawa, Thirdy and Kiefer, from your parents, any of your parents, anong nakuha nyo sa mga magulang nyo?
Siguro po yung na lang, yung athletic gene.
Yung athletic gene. Pareho yung athletic, pareho magtaas tumalon yan.
Kasi parang, well, for the both of us, it was never really too hard to love the sport since both of our parents are athletes. So hindi kami talaga yung nagkaroon ng instance na they forced us to go to practice or to work hard or to do extra work. So never naman kami umabot sa point na ganun. So yun siguro yung gene na nakuha namin, yung love
athletic
for the game.
Ikaw, Thirdy, ano sa tingin mo?
Ganun din po.
Good looks?
Sumunod ka ba ayos?
Good looks.
athleticism. Tsaka kay mama naman, parang gano'n na rin po kasi athletic din po si mama.
And Mozzy and Bong, ano naman yung sa tingin nyo na masamang ugali na nakuha nila sa inyo na dapat iniwasan nila?
Siguro noon, before yung diet siguro. But now, natuto na rin sila. They have their own diet and they know how to take care of their bodies.
Fine, I got
Sa akin,
Mozzy. Oh.
ako okay naman silang, masipag sila mag-aral. So, nakagraduate na sila, so okay. Wala nang masama, wala akong naisip na masama. So, okay naman. Akin kasi graduate, okay.
Ayos na yun. Basta,
Panalo.
importante yun. Let me ask you, I mean, I'm running out of time, pero sayang at marami pa tayong katanungan. A lot of people are wondering what's happening to the favorite sporting family of the Philippines. But let me ask you, 5 years from now, when we look back at this pandemic, what will be the things that you will remember sa inyong pamilya na masasabi nyo maybe changed a little bit ang buhay ninyo? I'll start with you muna, Keith.
Siguro po, of course, the pandemic has changed and will change the landscape of the world, not only the Philippines. Even before, when all of this started, pag nag-uusap kami nila mama, nila papa, parang never in their lifetime they would think that they experience, growing up, yung people power, the martial law, yung may volcano eruption, pinatubo, di ba? No? Tapos ngayon may pandemic pa. So, na-experience sila lahat yon. And then, right now, of course, yung landscape ng buong mundo, since may iba yan, 5 years from now, you'll cherish the moments that we've spent here sa bahay, just telling stories, the things that we've wanted to do during the time of pandemic. Imagining, we would have played, probably since it's May right now, we would have played at least 5 or 6 games in the PBA already. So, you'll have a clear picture of kung ano man yung goals ng team nyo. Siguro yung mga bagay po na gano'n ang looking back na pwede namin maayos.
Maalala. Kiefer, Thirdy?
Well, yun nga po, tulad ng sinabi ni Mano, because it's actually been years since na nagsama-sama kami sa bahay na talagang wala kaming ginagawa kasi usually sanay po talaga kami sa laging may kanya-kanyang practices or may kanya-kanyang events or games. So, bihira po talaga kami magsama and it's and for us to be together for I think 58 days.
Parang hirap na hirap ka.
Hindi naman.
Bong and Mozzy.
Ikaw, Paps.
Sa akin siguro this pandemic will be very memorable, especially yung bonding ng the family. Been here for ilang months na, siguro baka humaba pa to. And for me, talagang malaking siya, like the bonding na niya sa amin. So, siguro mamimiss ko to pag bumalik na sa normal.
Mozzy?
Well, ako naman 5 years from now, it's almost the same. You will just have to, when you look back, you cherish nga that moment, especially just in case, let's say, swerte si Thirdy, gets to play abroad. Siyempre, mahihiwalay na naman. Yun, matagal, diba? So when you look back, at least nakaspend kami ng time together. Let's say, mag-board games, magsulatan sa mukha, kumain together, the basics lang. But sobrang saya talaga, lalo na sa amin as parents, to have that. Kasi kung 10 years sa UAAP, talagang hindi kami makapag-dinner together. Alam mo yun?
Ngayon, magkakasama
lunch, na. Wala, hirap.
Ngayon, dalawang buwan at mahigit na magkakasama. Guys, I really enjoyed talking to you. I hope we have more time. Dapat maulit ito. And in the meantime, stay safe. And we hope to see you in the arena soon.
Let's play golf soon.
Yes, we will. Maraming salamat, the Ravenas. Bong, Mozzy, Kiefer, Thirdy. Maraming salamat. Bye-bye. Alright, mga kaibigan. Nako, ang saya-saya ngayong umagang ito. Having all of our friends. Maraming po salamat sa inyong pagsubaybay sa Power and Play. Sana po magsama-sama tayo ulit next Saturday. Again, stay safe and stay home. Sa ngalan po ng Power and Play, Ad Majorem Dei Gloriam, all for the greater glory of God. Happy Sports Weekend, mga kapatid.